Yashodanandana Prajajanaranjana Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vinaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranadi Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaranadi Shodanandana Prajajanaranjana Shodanandana Prajajanaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Gurudev Jai Guru Hari Go Hari Go Hari Go Jai Guru Hari Go Hari Go Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jakacharya Astuta Rasata Sisimadi Divine Grace Iskan Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jakacharya Astuta Rasata Sisimadi Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki, Ananda Gauri Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridasa Guru ki jai, Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath, Shama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravan ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Mathura Dham ki jai, Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai, Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai, Yamuna Mai ki jai, Ganges Mai ki jai, Tulasi Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Jai Gaura Premanandi, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees. Glories, all glory to Shishi Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna. Jai Bhutala Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Krishna Prabhupada Siddhamna Shri Gaura Karana Shri Bhakti Tirtha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Asapai Sabadrisu Nityam Bhagavati Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama-sloki Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtigi Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Savakaya Chakyulanamritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manopistam Stopitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swadantikam Vandiham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kaulam Sri Guru Vaishnavasya Sri Rupam Sagajata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajiva Sadvita Savaduta Varijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanta Vishya Hey Krishna Karala Sindhu Jinaba Jekati Gopishai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapakanchana Gaurangi Yati Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabha Sutidevi Punamani Ati Priya Vamcha Kalpatare Vyascha Kripa Sundhu Vyayevasya Patita Pavanabhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 5. Narad Muni cursed by Prajapati Daksha. So we continue from text 31. A brother aware of the principles of religion follows the footsteps of his elder brothers. Because of being highly elevated, such a pious brother gets the opportunity to associate and enjoy with demigods like the Maruts, who are all affectionate to the brothers. This is intelligence of Adamoni in his preaching. He's inducing the Savalashwas to follow what the Hariashwas did. According to their belief in various material relationships, people are promoted to various planets. Here it is said that one who is very faithful to his brothers should follow a path similar to theirs and get the opportunity for promotion to Marut Loka. Narada Muni advised Prajapa Daksha's second group of sons to follow their elder brothers and be promoted to the spiritual world. Suppose they were not devotees. So we also follow our brothers. So the principle is not just to follow the senior brothers. You should follow them because they're doing the right thing. They follow the right path, so they become example for others to follow. That is the advice given to them by Narada Muni. Next verse is 32. Sukadeva Goswami continued, "O best of the advanced Aryans, after saying this much to the sons of Prajapati Daksha, Narada Muni, whose merciful glance never goes in vain, is Narada Muni, left as he had planned. The sons of Daksha followed their elder brothers, not attempting to produce children. They engaged themselves in Krishna consciousness." Narada Muni is described here as, what is the qualification of Narada Muni here? Amoga Darashana. The Muni is Amoga Darashana. His glance is what? All auspicious. All auspicious. That is how a devotee should be. This is how a devotee should be. Our presence will create fortune for others. That's to be a devotee. That's what it means. To be a devotee with qualities. But best, this is how we should present ourselves. We should be so trained in our Krishna consciousness that wherever we go, we are looking at people with good heart. This should be our consciousness. We should look at people with good heart. Not, who is this? Who is this? Not our part. That's a part of demons. Who is this? The devotee is happy. As a devotee is happy to see other devotees. A devotee is happy to see other devotees. Amoga Darshana. See everyone with a good heart, with happiness, with joy. He glanced at the Prachetas. He glanced at the Savalashwas with auspiciousness, with good heart. They were affected. In other words, it was not just his speech that he was able to convince them. His purity, his good heart, his sweet will towards them, convince them to do the right work. The same thing Prabhupada did. Prabhupada was able to convince all of us by his sweet heart towards all living entities. His heart is very sweet. Otherwise, he would have succeeded. Someone can read? Or the mic?
Thus Savalashvas took to the correct path, which is obtainable by a mode of life meant to achieve devotional service or the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like knights that have gone to the west, they have not returned even until now.
Very, very sweet word. Very sweet word. Like knights that have gone to the west. Yes. So we should go back to Godhead. We should go to Godhead, never to come back here, and to come back here. Very nice.
At this time, Prajapati Daksha observed many inauspicious signs, and he heard from various sources that his second group of sons, the Shavalasvas, had followed the path of their elder brothers in accordance with the instructions of Narada.
Krishna consciousness is inauspicious. To go back to Godhead is inauspicious. Huh? Inauspicious to go back to Godhead. Daksha is not happy here. He's feeling inauspicious. He didn't appreciate what Naramuni did. He wanted the children to follow his sinful path. All right? 85.
When he heard that the Shavalasvas had also left this world to engage in devotional service, Daksha was angry at Narada and he almost fainted due to lamentation. When Daksha met Narada, Daksha's lips began trembling in anger and he spoke as follows.
So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comment that Narada Muni had delivered what? The entire family of Swayambhu Manu, beginning with Priyabharata and Uttanapad. He had delivered Uttanapad's son Dhira, had even delivered Prachinabharihi, who was engaged in fruitive activities. In other words, this is the Muni's duty to deliver people from conditioned life. It's his duty. What else can be his duty? Krishna consciousness. Nevertheless, he could not deliver Prajapati Daksha. Prajapati Daksha saw Namuni before him because Narada had personally come to deliver him. Narada Muni took the opportunity to approach Prajapati Daksha in his bereavement, because the time of bereavement is a suitable time for appreciating Bhakti Yoga. Is it true? Is it true? Huh? Are you sure? This is true? So if you preach to every person who is bereaved now, they become devotees. Eh? If you preach to a bereaved person, they will become devotees. Like that. Thank you. Thank you. Only if they are pious. Not just, not just anybody. Only a pious person will accept this. What of Daksha? Did he accept this? He didn't. He did not, because he's not pious. Radimuri is mentioned here to have delivered the entire family of Swayambhuva Manu. He did that to many people, but Daksha, he could not deliver him because he's not pious. His situation is very dangerous, very, very risky, because he saw the Supreme Lord face to face, and the Lord told him what? What did Krishna do? What did he say to Daksha? Okay. Okay. What else? What else? What else did he tell Daksha? The one the Lord showed Daksha. He said many things. This is one of it. What else did he say? Your life is successful. You didn't hear that? Krishna told him your life is successful. But what is a successful life here for Daksha? Narada Muni couldn't deliver him. What is a success for him? Huh? His 11,000 sons will become liberated. That is a success. That is a success for him. He did not accept it as success. He didn't accept it as success before, because success it means different thing for different people. For a materialistic person, success means what? He has money. Well, my life is successful means he has money. For a devotee, normal devotee, success means what? I have thousands of devotees in my temple. We have a lot of facilities. That is success. But the real success for a devotee is what? Is going back home, back to Godhead. That is success. Not material facilities, not opulence that we have. Not because we are very, very famous, we have also thousands of disciples or whatever. All these things are failures. Real success, the meaning of success is that one is going back home, back to Godhead. That is success in life. So we should look at what is real success. Otherwise, we will settle on external situation could be considered successful. Like if you ask somebody, how are you? I'm fine. It's fine? It's fine, but the heart is full of anxieties. What is fine? Full of insecurity, full of anxiety. But what is fine? Fine means that I have chanted my Sisira nicely, as Rupa Goswami said. That is fine. I've chanted my 16 round nicely. And I'm appreciating my Krishna consciousness, the fortune Prabhupada has created for me. I'm appreciating that. And I'm engaging myself in Krishna consciousness without wasting my time for any material thing, only unnecessary thing. I'm not attracted to any unnecessary things. I'm simply carefully engaging myself in Krishna consciousness. This life is fine. Because you go back to Godhead. That is fine. Other than this, what is fine? Fine. Okay, I'm not in the hospital today. Right? Today I'm not in the hospital. Okay, I'm fine. Yes, I've attended Mangalarti. Yes, yes. But what is my consciousness? The Mangalarti? What is the consciousness? I'm doing the same routine duty. Routine. Okay, for TT, go there. After some time, chant some japa. Okay. So it's fine. I have taken nice prasada. Nicely. Yes, yes. I've taken nicely. Properly said. I ate sumptuously. So yeah, I say we eat sumptuously. That is fine. But real fine is how am I closer to Krishna? How am I closer to Krishna? In my Krishna consciousness, am I closer to Krishna? That is fine. Rather than this, it is not fine. It is not fine. Yes, so here, Daksha is not happy. The only person not happy is Daksha. He is singing inauspicious name because his children have gone back to God. He is singing inauspicious. He not sing auspiciousness. He's supposed to be very happy, but he's not happy. And he sing Nardamuni with anger, which is an offense. To be angry with a devotee, and this is a pure devotee who had come for his own interest, is angry. Very, very dangerous for him. So it is not a surprise that he's not delivered by Nardamuni. Nardamuni had personally come for him here. He had personally come for him. You're not appreciating that. Prajapati Daksha was in great distress because of the loss of his sons. And therefore, Nardamuni took the opportunity to instruct him regarding liberation from material bondage. But will he hear? He's angry. Will he hear? Will he appreciate Nardamuni? No, because he's angry. He's angry. 36 to 39, Daksha criticizes Narada. Yes. Next.
Prajapati Daksha said, Alas, Narad Muni, you wear the dress of a saintly person, but you are not actually a saint. Indeed, although I am now in Grasta life, I am a saintly person. By showing my sons the path of renunciation, you have done me an abominable injustice.
Daksha said, I am better than you. At least I'm not pretending I'm a householder, but I'm doing my householder duty perfectly. What is a perfect householder duty? What is a perfect householder duty? Perfect householder duty. What is householder's perfect duty?
Verse says that if the jar is wrong, you should feed it.
Very good.
To honor renounce order of life. To honor renounce order of life. Brahmacharis, sannyasis.
Very good. To take care of sannyasis, brahmacharis, and Brahmanas. Is Daksha doing that? No.
To liberate his dependents from the cycle of birth
Yes,
and death.
yes, yes. Yes. All the children under him to be liberated. He is not doing that, but here he seeing himself to be superior to Narada. Why? Why is he seeing himself superior? Yeah, there are so many sons, and I'm teaching them how to become first-class sense gratifiers like myself. That is his success. So in this way, you think, yeah, I'm superior to you. You're willing suffering, but you're not a devotee. I'm a devotee, better devotee than you. It is actually the sign of not a devotee. A devotee will not say like that. Prajapati Daksha was certainly a sadhu because he had executed such great austerities that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, had appeared before him. Nevertheless, he had a fault-finding mentality. He improperly taught Narada Muni to be a sadhu or non-saintly because Narada had foiled his intentions. Desiring to train his sons to become grihastas, fully equipped with knowledge, Daksha had sent them to execute austerities by Narayan Saras. Now the Muni, however, taking advantage of their highly elevated position in austerity, instructed them to become Vaishnavas in a renounced order. This is the duty of Narada Muni and his followers. Our duty is, what is our duty? To show people the path of renunciation. And what's the best way to do that? What's the best way to do that? By our personal example. By our personal example, that has to do with not just our words, our personal example. They will show everyone the path of renunciation, renouncing his material world, this material world, and returning home back to Godhead. That is our duty. The word Bhikshu Marga, the path of renounced order, are very significant in this whole regard. A sannyasi is called Tridandi Bhikshu because his duty is to beg alms from the homes of grihastas and to give the grihastas spiritual instructions. A sannyasi's duty is not to beg householders. Begging is a pretense to have access to grihastas who can preach to them. Sannyasi is not about what to eat, what to dress, or where to live. The first duty, the only concern of a devotee, Prabhupada said this in the 5th canto, Bhagavatam. Wherever a devotee is looking, what is the chance for me to do my duty? What is the chance? What opportunity for me to serve? This is the first duty. Anywhere devotee goes, he's thinking, what's my duty here? As a Christian conscious person. Such are the people, Rupa Goswami said they are living in the spiritual world. Although they are here in the material world, they are living in the spiritual world. Such people, wherever they are, they're looking, what can I do? They want to preach Christian consciousness. They want to show people the path of renunciation. A sannyasi is allowed to beg from door to door, but a grihastha cannot do so. Grihasthas may end their living according to the 4 divisions of spiritual life. Brahmana Grihastha may earn his livelihood by becoming a learned scholar and teaching people in general how to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He may also assume the duty of worship himself. Therefore, it is said that only Brahmanas may engage in deity worship, and they may accept as prasad whatever people offered and offer the deity. Although the Brahmana may sometimes accept charity, it is not for his personal maintenance, but for the worship of the deity. Thus, a Brahmana does not stock anything for his future use. Similarly, Kshatriyas may collect taxes from the citizens, and they must also protect the citizens, enforce rules and regulations, and maintain law and order. Vaishyas should earn their livelihood through agriculture and cow protection, and Sudras should maintain their livelihood by serving the three higher classes. Unless one becomes a Brahmana, one cannot take sannyas. Sannyasis and brahmacharis may break arms door to door, but a grihastha cannot, and he should not. According to Daksa's opinion, Narada Muni had misled Daksa's inexperienced sons. Asadu Akarya Adbakanam. Means what? They have not had the experience yet. They have to go through all the processes, suffering. You should go through suffering. Until one experience suffering, then yes, you can give up material life and take to Krishna consciousness. That is not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee, because we have seen so many people who have had material experience, gratified their senses, and gave it up. After some time, they went back to it. We have seen many. Yes. This is not a guarantee. What is a guarantee? What is a guarantee? We have seen people who have had a lot of sanctification for a long time. Then they took to Krishna consciousness, became sannyasis, you see, went back there. They have had experience. They have had experience of it. So the Muni is saying that is to be the process. We should go through it before we go back there. We have also seen some people who have not had the experience before. They took also to the process of realization and went back there because they feel they were missing something. Maybe there's something there which I have not seen before. Maybe something there. It's better for me to have the experience so I can know what is this, and I give it up. They also went back there. So which is the best process? The best one. Which is guaranteed. Okay, yes. Either I have experienced it before and left it, or I have never experienced it before. There is danger in both. But which one is the best one?
First class intelligence means hear and understand.
Very good. Very good. Intelligent person hears
And understand.
understand. Like the Aryaswas and
Shavaleswas.
Savalashwas. They had, they understood. Very good. What else can we contribute to this? Something. This is a guarantee process. Yes, I can follow.
Following bona fide authority.
Very good. Very good. Follow bona fide authority. Good.
Like here we see it is mentioned that Haryashvas, Sholashvas were highly elevated. So they had the qualification to enter the renounced order. So the candidate qualification also matters, which path he has to choose, whether renounced life or.
Very good. They have not had any experience before, which is the reason Daksha is getting angry. They should have all the experience before doing this. My children are inexperienced. They have not tested it before. They are making them to have immature renunciation. That was his argument. But they didn't come back. Right? They didn't come back. So what is their qualification? Their qualification was due to the quality of their practice. They have practiced very nice austerity, and it was mentioned that they were very gentle and well-behaved people. They were gentle and well-behaved. Therefore, they followed the order very nicely. By following the order, they were empowered. They were touching the water every day, they got purified. So the surest way is purification. If one is making advancement in Christian consciousness, with the practical experience and all the blessings we are getting from acharyas, the qualification, it doesn't matter if we have experienced it before or not. If we know the goal of Christian consciousness, we are convinced about the goal of Christian consciousness. I'm here for Christian consciousness, back to Godhead. One is convinced and following the process rigidly will make it. Either we have experienced before or not. It should not be a problem. There will no obstacles on the path. That is the surest path we should follow. Yes. Therefore, parents sometimes dislike our movement, just as Prajapati Daksha disliked the activities of Narada and accused Narada of dishonesty. Nevertheless, although parents may be angry at us, we must perform our duty without hesitation because we are in the disciplic succession from Narada Muni. But Narada was cursed, insulted, criticized, and abused. Did he stop his Krishna consciousness? No, he continued. So Prabhupada is saying we should do the same thing because we are his followers. We should do the same thing. People addicted to householder life wonder how one can give up the enjoyment of grihasa life. It is a concession for sex enjoyment, simply to become a mendicant in Krishna consciousness. They do not know that the householder's concession for sex life cannot be regulated unless one accepts the life of a mendicant. The Vedic civilization, therefore, enjoins that at the end of one's 50th year, one must give up household life. This is compulsory. It is compulsory. When someone is getting married at the age of 50, then how will you follow this compulsory process? How will one follow this process? Prabhupada says it is compulsory. It means that if you are not married till this time, 50, we shouldn't marry. Don't waste time. It is no time again. No time. Otherwise, you will just simply suffer there. However, because modern civilization is misled, householders want to remain in family life until death, which is inauspicious. And therefore, they are suffering. In such cases, the disciples on ceremony advise all the members of the younger generation to join the Christian conscious movement immediately. We should join immediately. There's nothing wrong with this. So all of you have not made a mistake. You have not made a mistake. You have followed the Prabhupada's advice. So join immediately. Thank you. Thank you for joining immediately. Thank you. 37.
Prajapati Daksha said, "My sons were not at all freed from their three debts. Indeed, they did not properly consider their obligations. O Narada Muni, O personality of sinful action, you have obstructed their progress toward good fortune in this world and the next, because they are still indebted to the saintly persons, the demigods, and their father."
We are indebted to how many people? 3 people. The saintly person, demigod, and the Father. As soon as a Brahmana takes birth, he assumes 3 kinds of debt. Debt to great saints, because they're giving us the knowledge from the scriptures. Debt to the demigods, because they are supplying our needs. And debt to our Father, because they have given us this body to do whatever we're doing today. So we are indebted to them. We're also indebted to the country. We are debtor to the country also. Yes. Because we're born, they're maintaining us. So we're debtor. The son of a Brahmana must undergo celibacy, brahmacharya, to clear his debt to the saintly persons. He must perform ritualistic ceremonies to clear his debt to the demigods, and he must beget children to become free from his debt to his father. Prajapati Daksha argued that although the renounced order is recommended for liberation, one cannot attain liberation unless one fulfills his obligation to the demigods. But the Srimad Bhagavatam mentioned that what? Everyone is indebted to the demigods, to living entities in general, to his family, to the Pitas, and so on. But if one fully surrenders to Krishna Mukunda, who can give one liberation, even if one performs no yagyas, one is free from the debts, from all debts. By taking to Krishna consciousness, we are completely freed. Completely freed. Just by taking to Krishna consciousness. Even if one does not repay his debts, he is free from all debt if he renounces the material world for the sake of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose lotus feet are the shelter of everyone. This is the verdict of the Shastra. Therefore, Narada was completely right in instructing the sons of Prajapati Daksha to renounce this material world immediately and take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because everything ultimately depends on Krishna. Everything ultimately depends on Krishna. So by taking shelter of Krishna, we have fulfilled all obligations. Just like if one goes to a supermarket, you can buy everything in one place. In one place. You don't have to go many places to purchase anything. One place you can buy everything. So taking to Krishna consciousness is like getting everything in one place. Since Narada Muni was a great saint and Vaishnava, he tolerated all sorts of accusations from Prajapati Daksha. He mainly performed his duty as a Vaishnava by delivering all the sons of Prajapati Daksha, enabling them to return home back to Godhead. In other words, we should not wait for someone to appreciate our Krishna consciousness. We shouldn't wait for people to appreciate our Krishna consciousness. Because common people will not appreciate. Because they don't know the value of the higher principles, higher people. They will not appreciate Krishna consciousness. That's why they do not appreciate Krishna consciousness. Even though his children have been delivered, something he could not do, which is his responsibility. Someone did it, but he didn't appreciate it. But when he did it, he didn't appreciate it. He's angry. He's going to curse Narada Muni after giving his bogus philosophy. He will curse him. But Narada Muni did not care about his nonsense. He will go and deliver him by all means. All right. 88.
Prajapati Daksh continued, thus committing violence against other living entities, and yet claiming to be an associate of Lord Vishnu, you are defaming the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You needlessly created a mentality of renunciation in innocent boys, and therefore you are shameless and devoid of compassion. How could you travel with the personal associates of the Supreme Lord?
Very good. What do we learn from here? What do you learn from what Daksha is saying? What can we take from here? Please look at it carefully. What can we take from what Daksha is saying? The lesson we can take individually. Yes, bro. The mic.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When devotee commits mistake, Guru or Krishna is Guru is blamed. When we behave properly, then we protect the parampara's dignity.
Very good. Very good. Do you hear what he said? He repeated. Very good.
When we behave properly, then our parampara's dignity is protected. If we misbehave, then misrepresenting the teachings of parampara and Guru.
Yes. The activities of the disciples go to the spiritual master. The activities of the citizen goes to the king. The activities of the workers goes to the proprietor. So, although Daksha is speaking nonsensically, but he has a good point. That's a good point. That we should behave properly. He said, Those committing violence against other living entities and yet claiming to be an associate of Lord Vishnu. We belong to an organization, our behavior should be correct. People will see us, and people will see the organization through us. People will see this organization through our behavior. They are seeing what is happening. They are seeing the society through our behavior. So Daksha is saying we should behave properly. How can you call yourself an associate to the Lord when you are committing violence to other living entities? You needlessly created a mentality or an association in innocent boys. Means you are not a proper representative of Lord Vishnu. And therefore you are shameless and devoid of compassion. Means we should be compassionate. To be compassionate. Yes. Prabhupada said, a yogi, however, especially a bhakti yogi, is callous to the opinions of this material world. He is not interested in traveling to the higher planetary systems of the demigods to enjoy a long life in advanced materialistic civilization. As stated by Prabhupada Saraswati, Kaivalyam Narakaya Te Tridas Pur Akasa Pushpayate. For a devotee, merging into the Brahmanic existence is hellish. A life in the higher planetary systems of the demigods is the will of the wisp, a phantasmagoria with no real existence at all. The pure devotee is not interested in yogic perfection, travel to higher planetary systems, or oneness with Brahman. He is interested only in rendering service to the personality of Godhead. Seeing Prajapati Daksha was a Karmi, he could not appreciate the great service Narada Muni had rendered his 11,000 sons. Instead, he accused Narada Muni of being sinful and charged that because Narada Muni was associated with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord will also be defamed. Thus, Daksha criticized that Narada Muni was an offender to the Lord, although he was known as an associate of the Lord. 39.
All the devotees are the Lord, but you are very kind to the conditioned souls and are eager to benefit others. Although you wear the dress of a devotee, you create enmity with people who are not your enemies. Are you break friendship and create enmity between friends? Are you not ashamed of posing as a devotee while performing these abominable actions?
Very good. Such are the criticisms that must be borne by the servant of Narada Muni in the disciple succession. Through the Krishna consciousness movement, we are trying to train young people to become devotees and return home back to Godhead by following rigid regulatory principles. But our service is appreciated neither in India nor abroad in the Western countries, where we are endeavoring to spread this Krishna consciousness movement. In India, the caste Brahmanas have become enemies of the Krishna consciousness movement because while we elevated foreigners who are supposed to be militias, Yavanas, to the position of Brahmanas, they are not happy. Why? Why? So Krishna consciousness, Krishna is limited to only Brahmanas. Krishna is limited. Only Brahmanas. So if you're not born in Brahman family, how many people are born in Brahman family in India? How many people? All people are Brahmanas? Everyone? All Indians are Brahmanas? So how many people will go to God? They have not made one person a devotee. But Prabhupada made the whole world devotees. Envy cannot allow us to see that due to envy. Not religious, due to envy. Yes. The caste Brahmanas of India are very displeased by our activities in the Western world, in the West also. The parents of the young people who join this movement have also become enemies. We have no business creating enemies, but the process is such that non-devotee will always be inimical towards us. Nevertheless, as said in the Shastras, a devotee should be both tolerant and merciful. Devotees engaged in preaching should be prepared to be accused by ignorant persons, and yet they must be very merciful to the fallen conditioned souls. If one can execute his duty in a disciplic succession under the moon, his service will surely be recognized. Our service is when people start criticizing, will be recognized by Krishna, and Krishna will give us blessings. But common people will recognize us by criticizing. Why? Yes. Let us continue preaching the message of Lord Krishna and not be afraid of enemies. Our only duty is to satisfy the Lord by this preaching, which will be accepted and serviced by Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna. We must sincerely serve the Lord and not be deterred by the so-called enemies. What can they do to us? Let them continue to criticize, and we will continue to preach Krishna consciousness. In this ways, the word Sohridagnam, a breaker of friendship, is used because Narada Muni and the members of his disciplic succession disrupt friendships and family life. They are sometimes accused of being Sohridagnam, creators of enmity between relatives. Actually, so devotees are friends of every living entity, Sohridam Saraba Bhutanam. But they are misunderstood to be enemies. Preaching can be a difficult, thankless service, thankless task. But a preacher must follow the orders of the Supreme Lord and be unafraid of the sick persons. Text 40.
Prajapati Daksha continued, if you think that simply awakening the sense of renunciation will detach one from the material world, I must say that unless full knowledge is awakened simply by changing dresses as you have done cannot possibly bring detachment.
Very good. He's also correct here. Here also he's correct. We should simply change our dress. That is not sufficient. As we have changed our dress, we have changed our food, we have changed our scriptures, we have changed our religion, we have changed so many things. We should also change the heart. Thank you. The heart should change. And that is Krishna consciousness. If the heart is not changing, then our activity will become a disturbance, part. If the heart is not changing. Let us also work on changing the heart. That's the most important thing. It had to be changed. How do we change the heart? How do we change the heart? We are chanting. We have been chanting. We have been chanting. We have been chanting, is it not? Rigid practice. Rigid practice will change the heart. Not just chanting. Rigid chanting. Yesterday, the Prophet told us that what? Chanting should go along with tapasya. That's a rigid chanting, rigid practice. Then the heart will change. Prajapati Daksha was correct in stating that changing one's dress cannot discharge one from his material, from this material world. The sannyasis of Kali Yuga who changed their robes from white to saffron, and then think they can do whatever they like, are more abominable than materialistic grihastas. This is not recommended anywhere. Prajapati Daksha was right in pointing out this defect, but he did not know that Narad Muni had aroused the spirit of renunciation and the Haryaswas and Savalasa through full knowledge. Full knowledge, not ignorance. It's full knowledge. Such enlightened renunciation is desirable. It's desirable. One should enter the last order with the full knowledge, Gyan Vairagya. For the perfection of life is possible for one who renounces this material world in that way. This elevated stage can be reached very easily, as supported by the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Bhairagim Jnanam Sayat Ahitukam. In summary, unless one's knowledge is awakened, renunciation cannot take place. But without elevated knowledge, one cannot give up attachment for material enjoyment. We should develop knowledge. How do you know someone has knowledge? How do you know that this person has knowledge? How do you know?
His behavior is perfectly according to scriptures.
Behavior.
His character.
Very good. Yeah, his character will correspond to the scripture. Very good. Yes. He is a gentle, humble person. Very good. Genuinely gentle. Very good. Yes. Renunciation. One who has knowledge will be renounced. Genuine renunciation. Yes, because he's free. He renounced, so he's happy. Yes. A person who is attached to material life cannot be of knowledge. Renunciation. So it goes together. Gyan Vairagya. It goes together. Just like we know somebody, this person is renounced. He has knowledge. We see how detached he is from material sense education. All right. 41.
Material enjoyment is indeed the cause of all unhappiness, but one cannot give it up unless one has personally experienced how much suffering it is. Therefore, one should be allowed to remain in so called material enjoyment while simultaneously advancing in knowledge to experience the misery of this false material happiness. Then, without help from others, one will find material enjoyment distasteful. Those whose minds are changed by others do not become as renounced as those who have personal experience.
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Huh? People are punished for doing something wrong. Huh? They still commit. They still do the same thing. Right? So yes, this Siskanto. This Siskanto. Parikshit Maharaj refused atonement. What is his reason? What is his reason? The same thing. The same thing. I remember there were Christian days. On the weekend, we go to the priest to confess. I did this, I did that, I did that. Then the priest will look, listen carefully. We are confessing. Then, okay, now your sins are forgiven. And on Sunday, we take a Holy Communion. And then Monday, you continue. Weekend, you come back. I've done this. So, what's the problem? What's the difficulty with that? What's the difficulty? What's the problem with it? The heart is not getting purified. Therefore, we are continuing to do the same thing. So, Parishvara is told his spiritual master, this process of prayasthita is not a wonderful thing. Can you teach me a process by which I can, the seed of sin is completely removed? And Sukadeva Goswami was very, very happy. Very happy. And Prabhupada quoted this in where? Yeah. Thank you. We should do something to purify the heart. If the heart is not purified, we cannot avoid sinful activities. People can be punished for the same thing and punished for the same. Actually, when people go to prison, when they come out, they become more hardened. You become hardened, more difficulties there. They will not change like that. So, atonement is not the best thing. As the doctor is speaking here, this is whimsical. This is whimsical. Doctor said we should suffer seriously. After suffering as much as possible, then because this is bad. But if that is the process, why you are still in the material world? If you have learned a lesson, are we not suffering enough in the material world? Are we not suffering? So why we are not giving enough? Because it's not sufficient to clean the heart. Only bhakti is sufficient, has the potency to remove the heart. So the holy name is recommended because the holy name has the potency to uproot the seed of sin from the heart completely for eternity. So bhakti is the best, not the process of sense gratification. It will not help us. Hare Krishna, let's take a break. Take a break. So really 12. 5 minutes pass. Hare Krishna. Continue. Which one is better? This one was touching my ear, isn't it? Which one is better? Thank you. Can we continue? Good. Finish before we continue. Fifteen minutes pass. All right, let's continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are with Daksha was giving materialistic reasons, and Prabhupada has given a perfect answer to it by giving an example. It is said that unless a woman becomes pregnant, she cannot understand the truth of giving birth to a child. Ondya ki budi be prasava vedana. The word Pandya means a sterile woman. So the woman cannot give birth to a child. How then can she perceive the pain of delivery? According to the philosophy of Prajapati Daksha, a woman should first become pregnant and then experience the pain of childbirth. Then, if she's intelligent, she will not want to be pregnant again. Actually, however, this is not a fact. Sex enjoyment is so strong that a woman becomes pregnant and suffers at the time of childbirth. But she becomes pregnant again, despite her experience. Under the circumstances, unless one gets the association of a devotee like Narada Muni or his servant disciple succession, one's dormant spirit or renunciation cannot be awakened. It is not a fact that Because material enjoyment involves so many painful conditions, one will automatically become detached. No. One needs the blessings of a devotee like Narada Muni. Then one can renounce his attachment for the material world. The young boys and girls of the Christian consciousness movement, they have given up the spirit of material enjoyment, not because of practice, but by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. That is the only strength, not our suffering alone. Daksha occurs Narada Muni 42 to 44. 42.
Although I live in a household life with my wife and children, I honestly follow the Vedic injunctions by engaging in fruitive activities to enjoy life without sinful reactions. I have performed all kinds of yagyas, including the Dev Yagya, Rishi Yagya, Pitru Yagya, and Ndri Yagya. Because these yagyas are called vratas, vows, I am known as Grihavrita. Unfortunately, you have given me great displeasure by misguiding my sons for no reason to the path of renunciation. This can be tolerated once.
Very good. Daksha Maharaj. Yes, I have done Deva Jagya, Rishi Jagya, Pitru Jagya, and Rishi Jagya. But the heart is purified. The heart is not purified. So what is the value of this? Useless. Prabhupada has always mentioned, only by the association of pure devotees then we can get detachment. Otherwise, sanctification will continue. Cannot stop. That is not the solution. Yes. 43.
You have made me lose my sons once, and now you have again done the same inauspicious thing. Therefore, you are a rascal who does not know how to behave toward others. You may travel all over the universe, but I curse you to have no residence anywhere.
Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Jai. So Prabhupada said, a preacher is not a Paribrajaka Acharya, an Acharya or teacher who always travels for the benefit of human society. So Daksha has given blessing to Narada to do what? Travel everywhere. Prajapati Daksha cursed Narada Muni by saying that although he had the facility to travel all over the universe, he would never be able to stay in one place. In the Parampara system from Narada Muni, I have also been cursed. Although I have many centers that would be suitable places for residence, I cannot stay anywhere. For I have been cursed by the parents of my young disciples. Since the Christian consciousness movement was started, I have traveled all over the world 2 or 3 times a year. And although I am provided comfortable places to stay wherever I go, I cannot stay anywhere for more than 3 days or a week. I do not mind discourse by the parent of my disciples, but now it is necessary that I stay in one place to finish another task. This translation of Srimad Bhagavatam. If my young disciples, especially those who have taken sannyas, take the charge of traveling all over the world, it may be possible for me to transfer the course. or the parent to these young preachers. Then I may sit down conveniently in one place for the work of translation. The power part, Kijai. Very good. Should be cursed like this. To travel everywhere and preach Christian consciousness. 44.
Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, My dear king, since Narad Muni is an approved saintly person, when cursed by Prajapati Daksha, he replied, Tat Badham, yes, what you have said is good, I accept this curse. He could have cursed Prajapati in return, but because he is a tolerant and merciful sadhu, he took no action.
Sri Narad Muni ki jai. Yes. The behavior of Narad Muni is that he didn't take the curse of Daksha as sinful. He didn't take it as something bad. He accepted it as a blessing. That is how positive a devotee would be. Devotees will be always positive in every situation. Because if a devotee, there is nothing which is inauspicious. Everything is auspicious. Even the so-called bad can become a blessing. Or it's a blessing. It's a blessing for a pure devotee. And then Prabhupada has quoted this Titikshava Karonikaha Sudrita Sarva Dehinam Ajata Satrava Santa Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities, including the enemies, including Daksha. The Muni came personally to see Daksha for what? Why did he come to Daksha? To go and tell him, see, I have sent 11,000 children back to Godhead now. No. What did he come for? To deliver him. He came to deliver him. As a devotee. A devotee has no enemy. Ajata Satrava Santa. Therefore, he is Santa. Peaceful, happy, and satisfied. We have the potency to make every negative thing positive as a devotee. Every negative thing, devotee makes it positive, and every positive thing, devotees make it more positive as a devotee. Yes, so Narad Muni he has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scripture, and all his characteristics are sublime. Because Narad Muni is the most elevated of sadhus, devotees. To deliver Prajapati Daksha, he silently tolerated the curse. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught this principle to all his devotees. Tinapi suni chena tarorapi sahishana. Maninan manadena kirtanya sadahari. Following the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one who preaches the glories of the Lord all over the world or all over the universe should be humbler than grass and more tolerant than a tree, because a preacher cannot live an easy going life. A preacher cannot live an easy-going life. No easy-going life for devotee. Easy-going life means what? Easy-going life. You cannot make advancement. Easy-going life means no advancement. Peaceful life, where I'm satisfied. You cannot make advancement, means no advancement. A devotee is making an advancement, there's a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges means that Our activities have been recognized. So the resurrection is coming. And we are facing it happily, without complaint, without grudge. That's advancement. So Prabhupada is saying we should be ready to accept this. Indeed, a preacher must face many impediments. Not only is he sometimes cursed, but sometimes he must also suffer personal injury. Like Nityananda Prabhu ki. What did he do after being injured? He delivered them. He delivered the grandmother, even though he was injured. Are we ready for this? We're reading it here, but are we ready for it practically, physically? Eh? Are we ready for this? Personal injuries, harassment. Are we ready? That was my question. I'm not going to leave you until you answer my question. We are ready? No. Then, going back to Godhead is go back to Godhead means this. Challenges, difficulties. For example, when Nityananda Prabhu went to preach Krishna consciousness to the two roguish brothers, Jaga and Madhya, they injured him and made his head bleed. But nonetheless, he tolerantly delivered the two rogues who became perfect Vaishnavas. This is the duty of a preacher. It's the duty of a preacher. Also, Lord Jesus Christ even tolerated crucifixion. Therefore, the curse against Narada was not very astonishing, and he tolerated it. So the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, after being insulted by Prajapati Daksha, Narada Muni should have left immediately, but he purposely stayed to hear all Daksha's strong word, so that Daksha may be relieved of his anger. Prajapati Daksha was not an ordinary man. He had accumulated the result of many pious activities. Therefore, Narada Muni expected that after delivering his cause, Daksha, satisfied and freed from anger, would repent his misbehavior and thus get a chance to become a Vaishnava and be delivered. When Jagai and Madai offended Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Nityananda stood tolerantly, and therefore both brothers fell at the lotus feet and repented. Consequently, he later became perfect Vaishnavas. Daksha did like that? Daksha repented? He didn't. The chance is given. The Muni has given the chance, but he didn't take it. He still remained in his offensive behavior. So in this way, he didn't get what is available for him by the mercy of Narada Muni. Okay, that is the end of chapter 5. Now we go to chapter 6. The progeny of the daughters of Daksha. Here is only names and names and names that you will see here. The progeny of the daughters of Daksha. Text 1.
Shri Sukadev Goswami said, "My dear king, Thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha, who is known as Prachetasa, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife Asikni. All the daughters were very affectionate toward their father.
How many? 60 daughters. So Dasa has how many children now? 11,060 children. Very good. This time he decided to get daughters instead of men because now they will not go to. Now they will not go and tell the women to renounce. So he didn't get men again. He went for daughters. 60 daughters. Very good. Text 2.
He gave 10 daughters in charity to Dharmaraj, Yamraj, 13 to Kashyapa, first 12 and then one more, 27 to the moon god, and 2 each to Angira, Krishashva, and Bhota. The other 4 daughters were given to Kashyapa. Thus Kashyapa received 17 daughters in all.
Very good. So Dharmaraj has how many? Dharmaraj how many? 10. Kashyapa 17. Moon god 27. Angira 2. Keshava and Bhuta 2. 7 divided. Moon god married 27 daughters. And he became attracted to one only. Which one? Rohini. Rohini. He couldn't handle the whole 27. Krishna married how many? 16,108. He was staying with only one. Krishna was staying with all of them. The moon god was not staying with the 27 daughters. That's the difference. We want to claim position of God. We can only do it by claiming, but we cannot act like God. Krishna divided himself into 16,108 wives. Not only that Krishna did that, not only that he married 16,108 wives, Krishna did 16,100 weddings in one day. Is that wonderful? 16,100 weddings in one day. Krishna did that. That means he divided himself into 16,100 Krishnas, 16,100 Baladams, 16,100 Devaki, 16,100 Vasudev, 16,100 Buddha, 16,100 Ugrasen, yes. 16,100 So, this is what happened in Dwarka. All the residents, Krishna multiplied them into 16,100 to attain the same weddings. But none of them knows that they are 16,100 for wedding. That is Krishna. Only Krishna can do that. One God couldn't do it. He was attracted to only one. Chitraketu, what happened? The millions of wives, he was attracted to one and he had difficulty. The same thing, one God was attracted to one, he had difficulty. The remaining 26 daughters went to Daksha and complained, our husband is not taking care of us. We are just married in name only. Daksha, who is always angry, became angry with one God, and he went to him. Why are you not taking care of my daughters? Why? You should take care of my daughters. I will curse you. He did. And when God became, half of his body became sick. He went to Lord Shiva and complained. Lord Shiva said, oh, don't worry, don't go again. Stay here with me. Stay here with me. Then the 26 daughters went back again and complained. Before our husband is with us, we can see him. But now, we don't know where he is. So Daksha went again, was searching, and he saw the person Daksha hated the most in his life. Who's that? Lord Shiva. He went and saw it. This man give my son-in-law to me. Lord Shiva said, why? He has taken shelter of me. I cannot do that. So I will curse you. So to hell with you. Come on, do what you want. Daksha was about to curse him. So Krishna came. Hey Shiva, don't allow this man to disturb you. Give him back his in-law. Lord Shiva said, somebody have taken my shelter. How can I do that? Do you do like that? Do you do like that? Somebody take your shelter. Do you give them out? I said no. So how can I do that? So Krishna said, okay. You have to do something. You divide Soma into two. The sick one, give that to him. And keep the good one. So Shiva divided one god into half. He gave the sick one to Daksha, and the remaining one he put on his head. So that is half one. Or Shiva is keeping on his head. The healthy one, the sick one he gave to Daksha. So Daksha didn't know, so he was happy and he went away. In this way, Krishna resolved the issue very nicely. Very nicely. He didn't curse him again. Okay, let's continue. Text number 3.
Now please hear from me the names of all these daughters and their descendants who filled all the 3 worlds.
Continue. Slowly reading, no purport here.
The 10 daughters given to Yamaraj were named Bhanu, Lamba, Kakud, Yami, Vishwa, Sadhya, Marutvati, Vasu, Muhurta, Sankalpa. Now hear the names of their sons.
Right.
O king, a son named Devrisabh was born from the womb of Bhanu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba came a son named Vidyota, who generated all the clouds. From the womb of Kakud came the son named Sankata, whose son was named Kikata. From Kikata came the demigods named Durga. From Yami came the son named Swarga, whose son was named Nandi. The sons of Vishwa were the Vishwadevas, who had no progeny. From the womb of Sadhya came the Sadhyas, who had a son named Artha Siddhi. The 2 sons who took birth from the womb of Marutvati were Marutwan and Jayanta. Jayanta, who is an expansion of Lord Vasudev, is known as Upendra. The demigods named the Marut Mohurtikas took birth from the womb of Muhurta. These demigods deliver the results of action to the living entities of their respective times. The son of Sankalpa was known as Sankalpa, and from him lust was born. The son of Vasu were known as the 8 Vasus. Just hear their names from me: Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosa, Vastu, and Vibhavasu. And from Abhimati, the wife of the Vasu named Drona, were generated the sons named Harsha, Shoka, Bhaya, and so on. Urjaswati, the wife of Prana, gave birth to the 3 sons named Saha, Ayus, and Purojava. The wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, and from her womb various cities took birth. From the womb of Vashana, the wife of Arka, came many sons headed by Tarsa. Dhara, the wife of Vasu named Agni, gave birth to many sons headed by Dravinaka. From Kritika, another wife of Agni, came the son named Skanda, Kartikeya, whose sons were headed by Vishakha. From the womb of Sarvari, the wife of the Vasu named Dosa, came the son named Shishumara, who was an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
From Angirashi, the wife of Vasu named Vastu, was born the great architect Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma became the husband of Akriti, from whom the Manu named Chakshusha was born. The sons of Manu were known as Vishwadevas and Sadhyas. Usha, the wife of Vibhavasu, gave birth to 3 sons, Vyushta, Rochisha, and Atapa. From Atapa came Panchyama, the span of day who awakens all living entities to material activities. Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, gave birth to the 10 million Rudras, of whom the 11 principal Rudras were Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Vrishakapi, Ajaykapat, Ahir, Bhadrana, Bahurupa, and Mahan. Their associates, the ghosts and goblins, who are very fearful, were born of the other wife of Bhuta. The Prajapati Angira had 2 wives named Swada and Sati. The wife named Swada accepted all the Pitas as her sons, and Sati accepted the Atharvangira's Veda as her son. Rishashva had 2 wives named Archis and Dishana. In the wife named Archis, he begot Dhumaketu, and in Dishana, he begot 4 sons named Vedashira, Devala, Vayuna, and Manu. Kashyap, who is also named Tarkashya, had 4 wives, Vinata, Suparna, Kadru, Patangi, and Yamini. Patangi gave birth to many kinds of birds, and Yamini gave birth to locusts. Vinata Suparna gave birth to Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, and to Anuru or Aruna, the chariot driver of the sun god. Kadru gave birth to different varieties of serpents. O Maharaj Parikshit, best of the Bharatas, the constellations named Kritika were all wives of the moon god. However, because Prajapati Daksh had cursed him to suffer from a disease causing gradual destruction, the moon god could not beget children in any of his wives. Thereafter, the king of the moon pacified Prajapati Daksh with courteous words and thus regained the portions of light he had lost during his disease. Nevertheless, he could not beget children. The moon loses its shining power during the dark fortnight, and in the bright fortnight it is manifest again. O King Parikshit, now please hear from me the names of Kashyap's wives from whose wombs the population of the entire universe has come. They are the mothers of almost all the population of the entire universe, and their names are very auspicious to hear. They are Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kashtha, Arishtha, Surasa, Ila, Muni, Krodavasha, Tamra, Surabhi, Sarama, and Timi. From the womb of Timi, all the aquatics took birth, and from the womb of Sarama, the ferocious animals like the tigers and lions took birth. My dear King Parikshit, from the womb of Surabhi, the buffalo, cow, and all other animals with cloven hooves took birth. From the womb of Tamra, the eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey took birth. And from the womb of Muni, the angels took birth. The sons born of Krodavasha were the serpents known as Dandashuka, as well as the other serpents and the mosquitoes. All the various creepers and trees were born from the womb of Ila. The Rakshasas, bad spirits, were born from the womb of Surasa. The Gandharvas were born from the womb of Arishtha, and animals whose hooves are not split, such as the horse, were born from the womb of Kashtha. O king, from the womb of Danu came 61 sons, of whom these 18 were very important. Dvimurdha, Shambhara, Arishtha, Haigriva, Vibhavasu, Ayomukha, Sankushira, Swarbhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, Vrishwaparva, Ekachakra, Anutapan, Dhumrakesh, Virupaksh, Viprachiti, and Durjaya. The daughter of Swarvabhanu named Suprabha was married by Namuchi, the daughter of Vishwaparva. Named Shamishta was given to the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusha. Vaishwanara, the son of Danu, had 4 beautiful daughters named Upadanvi, Hayashira, Puloma, and Kalaka. Hiranyaksh married Upadanvi, and Kratu married Hayashira. Thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Kashyap married Puloma and Kalaka, the other 2 daughters of Vaishwanara. From the wombs of these 2 wives of Kashyap came 60,000 sons headed by Nivatakavacha, who are known as the Paulomas and the Kalkeyas. They were physically very strong and expert in fighting, and their aim was to disturb the sacrifices performed by the great sages. My dear king, when your grandfather Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, he alone killed all these demons, and thus King Indra became extremely affectionate towards him.
In his wife Simika, Viprachiti begot 101 sons, of whom the eldest was Rahu, and the others are the 100 Ketus. All of them attained positions in the influential planets. Now please hear me as I describe the descendants of Aditi in chronological order. In this dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, descended by his plenary expansion. The names of the sons of Aditi are as follows: Vivaswan, Aryama, Pusha, Tvashta, Savita, Bhaga, Dhata, Vidhata, Varuna, Mitra, Shatru, and Urukrama. Samgya, the wife of Vivaswan, the sun god, gave birth to the Manu named Shraddha Deva, and the same fortunate wife also gave birth to the twins Yamaraja and the river Yamuna. Then Yami, while wandering on the earth in the form of a mare, gave birth to the Ashwini Kumaras. Chaya, another wife of the sun god, begot two sons named Shaneshchara and Savarni Manu, and one daughter Tapati, who married Samvarana. From the womb of Matrika, the wife of Aryama, were born many learned scholars. Among them, Lord Brahma created the human species, which are endowed with an aptitude for self-examination. Pusha had no sons. When Lord Shiva was angry at Daksha, Pusha had laughed at Lord Shiva and shown his teeth. Therefore, he lost his teeth and had to live by eating only ground floor. Rachana, the daughter of the Daityas, became the wife of Prajapati Tvashta. By his semina, he begot in her womb two very powerful sons named Sannivesha and Vishwarupa. Although Vishwarupa was the son of the daughter of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma when they were abandoned by their spiritual master Bruhaspati, whom they had disrespected. That's the end of Bhaktivedanta purpose in the sixth chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Progeny of the Daughters of Daksha.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Chapter 7. Indra offends his spiritual master Brihaspati. Another serious consideration. But person inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, oh great sage, why did the spiritual master of the demigods, Brihaspati, reject the demigods, who were his own disciples? What offense did the demigods commit against their spiritual master? Please describe to me this incident. Papa said, Srila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakura comment. Saptame Guruna Chapte Devari Daitya Praja Jitai Visharupa Guru Tvena Ritu Brahmopade Sata. This 7th chapter describes how Brihaspati was offended by the demigods, how he left them and the demigods were defeated, and how the demigods, following the instructions of the Brahma, accepted Vishwarupa as the priest to perform their sacrifice. Text 2 to 8.
Sukdev Goswami said, O king, once upon a time, the king of heaven, Indra, being extremely proud because of his great opulence of the 3 words, transgressed the law of Vedic etiquette. Seated on his throne, he was surrounded by the Maruts, Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Ribhus, Vishwadevas, Sadhyas, Ashwini Kumaras, Siddhas, Charnas, and Gandharvas, and by great saintly persons. Also surrounding him were the Vidyadharas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, Patagas, birds, and Urgas, snakes. All of them were offering Indra their respects and services. And the Apsaras and Gandharvas were dancing and singing with very sweet musical instruments. Over Indra's head was a white umbrella, as effulgent as the full moon, fanned by yak-tail wicks and served with all paraphernalia of a great king. Indra was sitting with his wife Sachi Devi, who occupied half the throne. when the great sage Brahaspati appeared in that assembly, Brahaspati, the best of sages, was the spiritual master of Indra and the demigods, and was respected by the demigods and demons alike. Nevertheless, although Indra saw his spiritual master before him, he did not rise from his own seat or offer a seat to his spiritual master, nor did Indra offer him a respectful welcome. Indra did nothing to show him respect.
Very good. Next line.
Brihaspati knew everything that would happen in the future. Seeing Indra's transgression of etiquette, he completely understood that Indra was puffed up by his material opulence. Although able to curse Indra, he did not do so. Instead, he left the assembly and in silence returned to his home. Indra, the king of heaven, could immediately understand his mistake. Realizing he had disrespected his spiritual master, he condemned himself in the presence of all the members of the assembly. Alas, what a regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of intelligence and my pride in my material opulences. I failed to show respect to my spiritual master when he entered this assembly, and thus I have insulted him. Although I am king of the demigods who are situated in the mode of goodness, I was proud of a little opulence and polluted by a false ego. Under the circumstances, who in this world would accept such riches at the risk of falling down? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence.
Very good. What lesson we learn from here? What lesson do we learn from here? Well, yes, use the mic.
We should understand the position of spiritual master, superiors, elders, and offer respect and worship to them whenever we see them.
Very good. Something more?
Because of being indulging in the opulences and the worship that Indra was getting, he was so much carried away that he did not respect his spiritual master. So his intelligence was carried away by the opulences.
Very good. Very good. So, Indra's problem is what? What is his problem? Opulence. Opulence.
Attachment to the material sanctification.
Attachment to sanctification. Yes. He has all his servants, the demigods, with him. And he's sitting on the throne. He's getting all the worship. Affected by the dome, how is the dome described? The dome, how is it described? Shining like the full moon. So in the material world, opulence is not desirable. In the spiritual world, opulences are desirable because there is no side effect. In the material world, all our opulences are not desirable. India has a problem here because of the opulence. It's affected by it. We have seen similar incidences. The money has problem because of Poverty. And the money. He had problem because of poverty, because of beauty, which is opulence. Right? Ijadara. He had problem. Ijadara. Because of beauty. Nala Kuwar Manigriva. Word, which is opulence. Opulence. Dibija. Kesava Kashmiri. Knowledge. Opulence. Nityananda Prabhu was attacked by rogues because of Nityananda Prabhu was attacked by rogues for 4 days because of wealth, opulence. So in the material world, opulence is not desirable because it has a lot of problems. Lot of problems. Want something?
Earlier example of Nityanand Prabhu, it was?
Yes. Thieves attacked him.
That Brahman.
Yes,
Thieves.
thieves.
They came as thieves. Okay, that's
Yes.
what I was clarifying.
4 days they were planning how to rob him. His body was full. Full completely from head to toe. Full. All 10 fingers. Full from head to here. From head to completely full. This cannot be a badut. Our worshipful deity Durga, very happy with us that she had loaded everything in one place. After robbing today, no more stealing. Opulence. 4 days they were planning to attack him. So Indra is affected by opulence. And he forgot to offer respect to his spiritual master. According to the laws of nature, when one is extremely opulent, one becomes degraded. And this is true both individually and collectively. The demigods are situated in the mode of goodness, but sometimes even one who is situated in such an exalted position as King Indra, the king of all the demigods, falls down because of material opulence. So it is not desirable. It's an impediment. Why does he having problem? Why does he having problem? Material opulence. His intelligence is gone because of material opulence. He has power to procreate 11,060 children easily. In fact, when in Canto 4, when Daksha appeared in assembly, when we were making the sacrifice, he illuminated the environment also. He has powerful influence. Illuminated the whole place. Therefore, so when he saw Lord Shiva sitting there, not offering respect, see this one. Everyone he respected me, but look at this one. See this one. No dress on his body, no house to live on. Doesn't respect me. He's angry with Lord Shiva because of opulence. Opulence. His intelligence was taken away. like Indra is saying, his intelligence is affected because of opulence. Maharaj Nahusha. What happened to him? He was given the post of Indra, which is, yes, fame, opulence. What happened? He failed. Prabhupada failed. Srila Prabhupada, did he fall? Prabhupada doesn't have opulence. Prabhupada has opulence. Greater than all. Greater than all of them. Why did he fall? Why? Why Prabhupada did not fall? Talk now, you're talking, say it boldly, say it boldly. Why he didn't fall? See, all over the world you go, Prabhupada is there. You know opulence? He has money, TOVP, that is not a common man's house. You see, you build your house, yes?
He used everything for Krishna's seva only. He didn't consider himself having like
Pure devotee have no material desires. Pure devotees, they have no material desire. And renunciation is opulence. Renunciation is not poverty. Renunciation is also opulence. So pure devotees, they are renounced, therefore their opulences are desirable. You don't get contaminated by it. Never. Oh, this is Goswami, they also have knowledge. They have knowledge. They have knowledge. More than just a worker spirit. It's useless. Useless. Because they are pure devotees, they are completely pure, free. Therefore, they can do anything and everything because they are supported, protected by Lord Krishna. So yes, if one is not a devotee, everything we get in this material world is punishment. Everything is punishment, if one is not a devotee. Sukadeva Goswami said that in the second canto. What the use of a crown on the head of a king who is not a devotee? What is that? It's a load to push the person down to hell. Not a crown, it's a load. But if it's a devotee, there's a crown. There's a crown. Yes. We are now actually seeing this in America. The entire American nation has tried to advance in material opulence waters, striving to produce real human beings. The result is that Americans are now regretting the wholesale criminality of American society. And are wondering how America has become so lawless and unmanageable. Unmanageable. I said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ete vidu swaratakatim hi Vishnu. Persons who are unenlightened do not know the aim of life, which is to return home back to Godhead. Swagatim. Swaratagatim. Therefore, both individually and collectively, they try to enjoy so-called material comfort, and they become addicted to wine and women. The men produced in such a society are less than fourth class. They are a wanted population known as Varana Sankara, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. An increase of Varana Sankara population creates a hellish society. This is the society in which Americans now find themselves. Perfect. It's perfect. Everything properly discussing is perfect, complete. Everything as it is. Fortunately, however, the Hare Krishna movement has come to America, and many fortunate young men are giving serious attention to this movement, which is creating ideal men of first-class character. Men who completely refrain from meat-eating, illicit sex, intoxication, and gambling. If the American people are serious about curbing the degraded criminal life of their nation, they must take to the Krishna consciousness movement and try to create the kind of human society advised in Bhagavad Gita. Chatur Varnam Maya Shristam Gunakarma Vibhagasaha. They must divide their society into first-class men, second-class men, third-class men, and fourth-class men. Since they are now creating only men who are less than fourth class, how can they avoid the dangers of a criminal society? Long ago, Lord Indra regretted his disrespect to his spiritual master, Brihaspati. Similarly, it is advised that the American people regretted their mistaken advancement in civilization. They should take advice from the spiritual master, the representative of Krishna. If they do so, they will be happy, and theirs will be an ideal nation to lead the entire world. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. So the Prophet had mentioned that they came to him to ask how he can control the criminal. The Prophet told them to support him by giving facility to Krishna consciousness so he can transform the heart. But they didn't come back. Indra is fortunate because he repented seriously for having offended his spiritual master. But the mistake had been done and he has to pay for it. The fire of repentance is very great to bring purification, but one must pay for the wrong things which we do. Very strong. Text 11. Sorry, 13. 13.
If a person says, one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a Brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles.
That is correct. That is correct. Why Lord Balaram killed Ramahasa? Lord Balaram, he killed Ramahasa. What was the reason?
Balram, who is Adi spiritual, Adi Guru, spiritual master.
Yes, when one is sitting on the asana, so you don't have to get down to obeisances. That is the etiquette. But that etiquette does not apply to your spiritual master. Does not apply to your spiritual master. If you are sitting on the asana and the spiritual master walks in, you must get down on obeisances. So in this case, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared. And Brahma Hassan was sitting there, not offering obeisances. Who is opposite of Daksha and Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is superior to Daksha. Because Lord Shiva is not a Jiva, but Daksha is a Jiva. So he was thinking that Lord Shiva is my son-in-law, so he's inferior to me. That is material. That is material. Spiritually, Krishna can create innumerable Dakshas. But because of his top position, thinking that he is powerful, Prajapati, he was expecting Lord Shiva to offer him respect, which is wrong, also opposite. Here, Lord Mahasan is sitting there, Lord Mahasan is sitting there, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he walked inside. He forgot. So, Lord Balaram may look at him. He started looking at his, not just looking at him alone, he started tracing his lineage. Two reasons Lord Balaram considered. Two reasons. One reason, he was not qualified to sit there because he was of a lower birth. Second reason, Lord Balaram looked at him. You are a disciple of Vyasadeva. We already mentioned that activities of the disciple goes to the spiritual master. So Lord Balaram said, you are a disgrace to your spiritual master. Therefore, you need to be punished. So he took the blade of grass. That was it. He was killed. So one who is sitting on the throne should not forget when the spiritual master comes. Shouldn't forget when the superior person comes inside. We should get down and offer respect. So it is mentioned here. If a person says, one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. This was the issue. But Indra with Ramahasa. And Prabhupada said, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura says in this regard that when a president or king is sitting on his throne, he does not need to show respect to everyone who comes within his assembly, but he must show respect to superiors like his spiritual master, Brahmanas, and Vaishnavas. There are many examples of how he should act. First example is Krishna himself, Narada Muni. When the Muni went to Dwarka, when Narada was informed that Krishna had married 16,108 wives, let me go and see what is happening there. Let me go and see what is happening. You see, how is he doing it? So the money came to Rukmini Devi in the first place. Krishna stood up, respected him, washed his feet. So the money left and went to the next house. Krishna also stood up, sat him down, respected him, washed his feet. The third place, the money said, oh no, this is too much. This is too much. Because he saw that what Krishna was doing in Rukmini's house was different from what he was doing in the second house, he was doing in the third house and the future. He was doing different things at the same time. So Ramuni saw that the person is the third place he entered. He didn't enter. Krishna was calling, please, another kind. And they say, it's okay. It's okay. It's enough. It's enough drama. I'm saying, it's okay. He left. Krishna did not say that I am the supreme, another is my disciple. Krishna didn't do that because he is playing the pastime of a householder and Ramuni is a sannyasi. Krishna respected that. So we should follow it. A civilization in which the people do not know how the representative of Narada and Krishna should be respected, how society should be formed, and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. A society concerned only with manufacturing new cars and new skyscrapers every year and then breaking them to pieces and making new ones may be technologically advanced, but it's not human civilization. This is happening. Build and break. It's happening. Build and they break it and build and break it is a waste. Wasting Christians resources to build and break. Manufacturing new cars, new cell phones. And now the house they are building is not cement anymore. They don't use cement anymore. Now it is what? Fiberglass. All artificial. You can dismantle a house like this in 1 minute. You can break it down in 1 minute. Civilization. And also, if it catches fire, in 2 minutes, the whole thing is finished. In 2 minutes. The cement will take a long time. At least you have a chance to call a fire brigade to put it off. But what it is, fiberglass. 2 minutes, everything is finished. 2 minutes. You can dismantle a house in 2 minutes. Complete house. Is that advancement? Papa is not a human civilization. This is not a human civilization. Very serious issue. Not a human civilization. A human civilization is advanced when each people follow the Chatu Varnya system, the system of 4 orders of life. They must be ideal first-class men to act as advisors. That is Brahmana. Second-class men to act as administration, Kshatriyas. Third-class men to produce food and protect cows, Vaishya. And fourth-class men who obey the other higher classes of society, Shudra. One who does not follow the standard system of society should be considered a 5th-class man. A society without Vedic laws and regulations would not be very helpful to humanity. I said it in this verse. Dharamante na param vidu. Such a society does not know the aim of life and the highest principle of religion. Religion is to guide us. It's to guide us to live a life which is approved in the scripture. That's a religion. A life which is not approved in the scripture is not a religion. It is a life lived by 50 class people. Text 14.
Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who misled people by directing them to path of destruction, as described in previous verse, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell and their followers go with them.
Very wonderful. What a strong word used here. It's a strong word. Very strong word. What is the word? What is the strong word used here?
Those who mislead people go to hell.
Hmm.
And
Not
followers.
not that one. Not that one. Yes, stone boat. Stone boat. Stone boat will not move, it will sink. Our society is sinking or not? The whole world, is it sinking or growing? Yes, it's sinking. The whole society is sinking all over the world. What we see is sinking. See, fighting all over the world. No peace. Crime is increasing. Hostility is increasing. Inhuman dealing is increasing. The one is thinking, why should I be carrying a baby for 9 months in a womb? What about you? That is what the nature prescribes for having a woman body. It is designed to carry a baby for 9 months. A man's body is not designed for that. Now, what is happening? I will do that for the first child. The second child, we go to hospital, the doctor, so we exchange. You be a woman and I be a man. So also next child, you be a woman, I will be a man. Civilization. And now we have AI. Do you know civilization? AI means what? Artificial intelligence. Are we finished with original intelligence? Are we finished with original intelligence? Why going for the artificial one? What happened to the original? I don't know, I'm asking. Please tell me.
Original intelligence is stolen by Maya.
Original
Intelligence is stolen by Maya.
Stolen by Maya. Thank you. Very good. Maya Pahrita Jnana. That is true. Why human beings should waste their time for this? Is it because original intelligence is not working? Why? Original is not working? We are that we are better than providence, nature. We are more powerful than nature. Can we change nature? Why are we not living a civilized life? We want to live an artificial life. It's punishment. It's a punishment. We, the conditioned souls, have fallen in the ocean of nations. But the human body fortunately provides us a good opportunity to cross the ocean because the human body is like a very good boat. Nature has already given this boat. Where we should create a stone boat. When directed by a spiritual master acting as a captain, the boat can very easily cross the ocean. Furthermore, a boat is helped across by favorable winds, which are the instructions of Vedic knowledge. If one does not take advantage of these facilities to cross the ocean of essence, he is certainly committing suicide. This is Upanishad Mantra 3. Atmaha. The killer of the soul. Killer of the soul. One who builds a boat made of stone is doomed to be elevated to the stage of perfection. Humanity must first give up false leaders who present boats of stone. But who knows this? Who knows that our leaders are giving us a boat of stone, made of stone? Who knows? Only a fortunate person who has come to Christian consciousness will see it. In the society, our leaders are making boat of stone, which is not moving. Many religious organizations are also like that. These days, people think that religion is what? The goal of life. People do not know that religion is a vehicle to take us to the destination. So this religious fighting, of course, it is not a religious fight. It is demons who have entered the religious circle and causing the problems imperceptibly. So they are giving us a boat which is made of stone, which is not sinking. So in the religious organization, they are not moving and they will never move. First of all, they are offensive to Christian. When one says Christian has no form, that is, what is that? It's an offense. So how can such a society move forward? What is the strength to move forward? They are boats made of stone. All religious organizations, except Christian consciousness, all are boats made of stones. Their followers are not going anywhere. Someone is telling the followers, look on the screen. Look on the screen. Om Namo Shivaya Namaha. Om Durgaye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Take just anyone. Just take anyone. And that is your mantra. Don't tell anybody else that's a mantra. Chant it alone. Where will they go? There's no relationship between them and the so-called man who is no relationship. They are all initiated. As a boat made of stones, it would not go anywhere. A boat should be made of what? Wood. Then it will stay on top of water. Then when it is raw, it will move forward. That is Christian consciousness. Prabhupada said, all of human society is in such a dangerous position that to be rescued, it must abide by the standard instructions of the Vedas. The cream of these instructions appears in the form of Bhagavad Gita. One should not take shelter of any other instructions, for Bhagavad Gita gives direct instructions on how to fulfill the aim of life. Lord Sri Krishna therefore says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam becomes Saranambraja. Give up all other processes of religion and simply surrender to me. This is what Krishna requested. Surrender to him. If we surrender to Krishna, Krishna will take us back to Godhead. Because that is his abode. All these so-called religious organizations, where did they come from? From Krishna? They're coming from Krishna? No. They are self-made. What is their scripture? Even those who use scriptures, so some who read Bhagavad Gita, what do they teach in the Bhagavad Gita? The inborn Krishna. Not Krishna, but the inborn Krishna. What is inborn? What is inborn? Inborn means what? Speculation. That is speculation. Krishna is Krishna, directly Krishna. He's not inside anything or outside anything. That is Krishna, his position. So Location is directly, very clearly gave the direction. Give up all these posh things and come to Krishna. And
one question.
yes.
Maharaj, like Ritviks, they disrespect so much and still they are flourishing. Like Ritviks, they disrespected spiritual master, but still they are, flourishing.
How
to
thank you.
Understand.
Thank you. Retweak are disobedient, but they are making progress. Very good question. What is progress? What is progress? Getting money, that is success. Have a big temple, that is success. Money, that is success. Devotees, that is success. How are the devotees functioning? Have you checked? So if I show you my teeth, that means I'm happy. Is it not? I'm happy. That is not true. Check inside and see how I am living. Check the amount of distress, anxiety which is going on. Dhira was not happy. Pandava was in a forest. Dhira was in a palace. Who was successful? He was in a palace or in a forest? I don't know. I'm asking you. In the forest and the palace. Who will consider successful? Palace, Dhira. One day Dhira went to, he was very sad. Success. He was very sad. So Karna asked him, you are prince, your enemies are in the foreign. Why are you not happy? Oh, how can I be happy if I'm not gone to see the Pandavas suffering? Be happy only if I could go and see that, but my father will not allow me to go. Then how will I be happy? I will take care of it. I will take care. So he went to this restaurant. The prince wants to enjoy, but you cannot allow him. So what is the purpose of being a prince? Immediately, the restaurant said, no, don't go to the forest. Pandava said, no, we will never go to that side. We are going this direction, not this direction. It's okay, you can go. Succeeded. They went directly to where Pandava said. Directly. The governor was there and he saw them. I knew that these people have come to laugh at the Pandavas. The Pandava didn't call him. They didn't know the arrangement they were making. But he knows. He was sitting there. He knows. So he sent a message. Go and tell these people to live there. So they went back and they made then they are coming with their entourage. So I said, have you put the tent? He said, no, why? Gandharva is there. I say we should not be. Go, Gandharva. Go, come on, go and set the tent. We can take care of actually he needs of Gandharva. Go and put the tent. Oh, Gandharva said, okay, no problem. Put the tent. When the Kauravas came, alone, he fought them. Disputed all of them, arrested Dhira. Dhira was crying like a baby. As a result of being viewers of devotee, one will die, one will suffer. When they were crying, Ajata Satrava Santa, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he had Dhira crying. He said, our brother is in anxiety, let us go and help him. Bhimsena was very angry. He said, you made all of us to be here. We are suffering. And what is our problem with him? He's our brother. Let's go and help him. He talk and talk and talk and talk. It's okay. Let's go and help him. So Arjun sent an arrow. The arrow went and fell at the feet of the Gandharva. The Gandharva looked at it. He said, this is Arjun. They could see, yeah, Arjun. So he told Arjun, see, I know they came to laugh at you. Where's our etiquette? I'm following etiquette. They came to attack you. I'm doing that service for you. So I know he's a brother. If you want to take him, no problem, you can take. This is how they release Dhira. Now, during the battle, how many divisions of armies Yudhishthira had? 7. Dhira, 11. Which one is bigger? Which one is bigger? But who won the battle? Pandavas. Don't look externally. You shouldn't be deceived externally. No one can do something wrong and become successful. Externally, it will look like that. Please go and check carefully. And you see the anxiety they have is more than ours. Go and check. Externally, it's okay. Where is their Christian consciousness? A Christian conscious person cannot fight. Narada Muni is fighting Daksha here. Eh? We should understand what we're doing. Daksha is cursing Narada, but Narada is bent on delivering him. Do they fight? Narada and Daksha, they fought? Why didn't they fight? If Narada was having the same mentality with Daksha, what will have happened? He would have fought. So fighting does not mean success. So the Prophet didn't fight with his god brothers. He succeeded alone. Please, don't look at money, they have fame, they have property, facilities. Please check what is their bhakti. Check that one. And then tomorrow you tell me. Tomorrow, I'll be there safely. It's a good question he asked. We should know what is happening. Not all glitters that is good. Not all glitters that is gold. We shouldn't look externally. We should look what is behind. What is the ultimate end? What is the end? That's what we should check. When you see someone doing activity, that is okay. But But what is the end of that activity? That is the most important thing. How they will end. How they will end. Even at the present, where are they? I just give an example. If they are pure, they won't fight. Like Narada Muni didn't fight with Daksha. Fighting means what? I want to show you my power. Power tussle. That cannot be purity. Does it make sense? Thank you. Something else? Okay, let's continue looking at our what is most important. If society is guided by political diplomacy with no nation maneuvering against another, it will certainly sink like a stone boat. Political maneuvering and diplomacy would not save human society. People must take to Krishna consciousness to understand the aim of life, to understand God, and to fulfill the human mission. That is Krishna consciousness. See, I have no single concern, attraction for this. Zero. Because this is not pride. It's not pride. I know what is Krishna consciousness. And I know where everyone is going. It's not for sure. Text 15. 15.
King Indra said, "Therefore, with great frankness and without duplicity, I shall now bow my head at the lotus feet of Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods. Because he is in the mode of goodness, he is fully aware of all knowledge and is the best of the Brahmanas. Now I shall touch his lotus feet and offer my obeisances unto him to try to satisfy him."
Very good. Indra said, Nishata Sirishna touch Charanam Sprisan. I shall put my head without duplicity. I will go to my guru without duplicity. I should serve my guru. I should live with my guru without duplicity. That's what I will do. Yes. From this example, we should learn this principle enunciated by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. That by the mercy of the spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. A disciple should never be hypocrite or be unfaithful to his spiritual master. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. The spiritual master is also called Acharya. Acharya Mam Vijnaniyan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead says that one should respect the spiritual master, accepting him as the Lord himself. One should not disrespect Acharya at any time. Namartya Buddhya Suyeta. One should never think the Acharya an ordinary person. Familiarity sometimes breeds contempt, but one should be very careful in one's dealings with Acharya. Agada Dishanam Dvijam. Agada Dishanam Dvijam. The Acharya is a perfect Brahmana and has unlimited intelligence in guiding the activities of his disciple. Therefore, Krishna advises us to be deep pranipatina. Pari Parishnana Sevaya. Upadekshantite Gyanam Gyanastattva Darshan. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. One should fully surrender unto the spiritual master and was savior, one should approach him for further spiritual enlightenment. This is 434 purport. The purport mentioned one should surrender to such a bona fide master in full surrender and serve him as a servant without false prestige. Then the self-realized soul, who is by nature very merciful, will bless the disciple with all necessary qualifications to be successful in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. All right, can we take break for today? Is it not? Questions? Yes.
In Brahmacharya ashram, how we need to respect some people openly they blaspheme some devotees, some seniors. So like they don't follow the systems. They openly tell these are bogus. So such kind of devotees, how to deal with?
You should avoid them. Devotees who have this habit should be avoided. Proper use the word upeksha. Upeksha is neglect, avoid, don't show respect. Upeksha. We should not associate with devotees who are into that habit. Even if we live in the same ashram, but we should block ourselves to maintain psychological space in dealing with devotees who are blasphemous. Because even if they are correct, what they are saying, you're not going to help them because they are not telling the person who is guilty about what they're doing. That is gossip. It's not more bona fide. If they feel something wrong and you are a devotee, our duty is to support each other, to help each other. So we should tell him that, see, these things are doing is not bona fide. That is brother's keeper. If I'm just sitting down behind them and talking about something, how is that benefiting me? And how is that benefiting the person? So we should avoid them because they are heading dangerous destination. So the surest way for people to go to hell is to criticize blasphemy devotees. That is sure. They will go to hell. Participants as well. Say, good, this is good. Let them continue to blaspheme devotees because that's the surest way to go to hell. To avoid.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, the previous purport, Prabhupada is saying what is human civilization. That there is respect for the Vaishnavas and the society is formed. So multiple places Prabhupada writes this, that the society must be divided, etc. And Prabhupada also says that 50% of my desire is that. So in our life, our day-to-day life, is there relevance for this, about this desire of Prabhupada in our own life or collectively? Because Prabhupada is saying society without this is not human civilization. So where the respect is based on some other principles. So what is your how can we think about this instruction of Prabhupada in our own lives and our practices?
This cannot happen in our present temple settlement. It requires a separate community, a separate community to effect this. We can have this system set up. People are accepted in that community based on their respective qualities and different services. They are settled like that. In a temple today, we can't do it because everything is mixed up. Seriously mixed up. We have people who are not committed to this movement living in a temple. How will you move forward? You want to do this, I want to do that. It will not work. Separate community is required. That's why I probably wanted a farm community because there he can set himself. That is where we should begin. And now also we are sending people who doesn't have interest or does not understand what is farm community to also go and start farming. It's also disastrous. So it should be one who knows it. You can set it up. It's like your project you have, like a baby. You know what you're looking for. You already have it in the head. You can manifest it physically. That's the way to make it. Farm community. To work there. Right? Thank you and Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow. Hayo. Sriman Bhagavatam ki jai. Vaibhava ki jai.